There's a lot of confusion out there between whitelisting and partnership ads, and it's really, really simple. So ignore everything else. This is your ultimate guide for it. There are 4 types of whitelisting strategy: account level partnerships, content level partnerships, creator page whitelisting, and shadow page whitelisting. And no, boosting posts is not a whitelisting strategy. So if you're not using any of these 4, I can guarantee you that you're paying more than you need to acquire a new customer. In this video, I'm going to walk you through when should you use one over the other and how to set it up the right way as a brand and also as a creator. First, why should you listen to me? My name is Wes and I run Res Media, a creative agency that manages the ad campaigns for multiple e-com brands across health, wellness, fitness, telehealth, and fashion industry. Our ads alone in the past 6 months have generated over $10 million. So we know a thing or two when it comes to ads. Why should you consider whitelisting at all for your brand? It really comes down to this. People do not trust ads. They trust other people. When you see an ad from a brand, your guard is immediately going to be up. But when you see a video from a creator that you follow or like, it feels real. It feels like a personal recommendation rather than a sales pitch. And no, this is not just a bro marketing. It is actual data. Meta's own data shows that whitelisting campaigns have a higher chance of outperforming standard brand ads, delivering up to 53% higher click-through rates and a 20% lower CPA. And by the way, we have put together a complete toolkit for you in a free Notion document. It includes a setup checklist for the partnership ads, the workflow, a template for briefing the creators, and the exact contract clause that we use so your brand and your creators are both protected. The link is down in the description. I recommend grabbing it because it's free. There's actually a lot of confusion out there between whitelisting and partnership ads. In 2026, there is no difference. Meta just officially coined it partnership ads. So method 1 is account level partnership ads, also called allow listing / whitelisting, the most traditional sense. This is Meta's official and recommended format. When you run the ads, it will show in the brand's name and the creator's name together by default. But you can also choose to only show just the creator's handle, and I'll show you that later. As the brand, you control the content and everything else just like a regular ad. The difference that this has from a branded content is that it is leveraging your creator's account data, their demographic, their interests, and using that to target your ideal customer. So when should you use this? Anytime that you can afford a creator that's open to it, it's 1. Number 2 is when your CAC is climbing. Number 3 is when you have a proven creator that has done really well with branded ads. In the past, I recommend working with them on a new contract with whitelisting in place. A lot of gurus out there would tell you that this is only good for big influencers. That's just wrong because we've tested this method for smaller accounts with smaller following. I'm talking about like 1K followers, and it still works. The theory here is that Meta uses the creator's account data on top of your own pixel / dataset. And combined together, they can specify who your customer is. In conclusion, when someone talks about whitelisting creators, they're likely talking about this method. This is the method that Meta officially recommends. And setting it up is so easy nowadays. We're going to walk you through that later in the video. But method 2 is single post partnership ads. This is when the piece of content has to be posted first by the creator. With method 1, the brand initiates. With method 2, the creator initiates. The creator will give access to the brand so the brand can control the targeting, the budget, and the CTA. The brand cannot control the posted content itself. So when do you use this? 1 is your creator has already edited or can edit their own ads. 2 is that your creator has already made an organic post that performed really well organically, and you want to run it as an ad without removing all the engagement, all the likes, all the comments on it. What you're essentially doing is you're promoting the post as it was delivered by the creator as an ad. Don't confuse this for boosting posts because boosting posts in platform just means more organic reach. This is a paid ads strategy. Method 3 is page whitelisting / allow listing for creators. This is the most traditional method of whitelisting. You use the creator's Facebook page and accounts to run your ads through. This method doesn't have as much flexibility as the other one. It doesn't allow you to show 2 account handles at the top of the ad. Run the ads through the creator's public Facebook page if your creator already has a page. This method doesn't have a lot of flexibility as the method 1. What you're doing here is you're running your ad through somebody's Facebook page. If your creator has a page and they have a page that's specifically catering to your audience, then use this method. Some creators have created their own communities beyond their name, and you can leverage the audience data of that page to help with ad targeting. Method 4 is shadow page whitelisting. Shadow page is when you as the brand create a page that looks and feels organic to your audience. For example, if you're selling shoes for nurses, it'll be good to create a shadow page that talks about general tools and tips for nurses, not necessarily named to your brand, but more organic. I call it shadow because I hate saying the word fake because it's not fake. It is an actual Facebook page. And the good thing about this, it doesn't take a lot of time to set up. Just create the page using a new account and schedule 15 photos to it. Give access to your business, and voila, you have a whitelisted page for $0. So let's summarize the differences. Account level partnership allows you to run ads through the creator's Facebook and Instagram handle. Ad level partnership allows you to run a posted content through the creator's Facebook page and Instagram handle. Page whitelisting allows you to run ads through your creator's organic Facebook page, and shadow page whitelisting allows you to run ads through your own organic Facebook page. Now, a few guidelines to follow when whitelisting. Number one is vet your creators. If the ad was bad before whitelisting, it's not going to get any better. Number two is use relevant/authentic content. No branded ads. If it looks like an ad, people is just going to look away and you just wasted your partnership. Number three is do not cross post, which is running another creator on another creator's account. It is irrelevant and will likely damage the image of your creator. And number four is make sure to protect yourself with proper contracts in place. The Notion doc will have this, which is below. And before we move on to how to set this all up, whitelisting is not a creative strategy. It is a distribution strategy. A bad ad, still a bad ad. Whitelisting is not going to fix it. If you whitelisted a bad ad, you're just going to distribute a bad ad to more people, basically. So for full transparency, whitelisting is only as good as the creative and the creator behind it. You can build the entire creator pipeline yourself, finding the right creator, making sure their audience is a match to your avatar, and handling all the logistics of contracts, payments, usage rights, disputes. That's what I teach in this channel. Or you can take the shorter path by working with my team at Res. We handle everything from creative strategy, creator management and costs, and all the way to campaign management. We have over 1,000 vetted creators in our roster. And for this month, we have a promo of adding extra creators to your brand at no additional cost. So book a call link in the description below. Now, here's how you set it up. First thing first, make sure that the creator have these basics in place. If that didn't work, there's also a way to set it up manually using your business ID. This is going to be in the Notion doc, so check it out. So I would say use the account level 99% of the time, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Otherwise, the other ones could be viable as well. I would also use the account level one if you're running more than just one creative at a time for whitelisting. So how to set it up is go to your business portfolio. And then once you're here, you want to scroll down and go to the partnership ads hub here. If I go there, it's going to take me to this page, and then click partners, and then you can add a partnership over here. So if you do that, click that, and then you can also just search the Facebook page or the Instagram account here using either their handle or their name that's associated with the account. Once that is sent out, the creator, you as the creator, you're going to receive a notification to approve this or not. Obviously, you want to approve if you want to work with them, and then the brand is going to be notified after that. Now it's time to create the actual ad itself. So when you're creating it, this is just an example ad. You want to toggle the partnership ad here. So toggle that on, and that's going to give you an option to pick the personas that's going to be, or the identities that's going to be associated with the ad. So let's do that. So here I have the option to select the creator assets, and I can pick just a random one here. Now it is important to put the creator's name first before your own. That way it'll attract more of the people that is associated with their account versus yours, because that's the reason why you're working with a creator at the first place. Now you have the options to change the identities to display in the header here. This is what I mean by being able to only use one identity or having to show both of them. I recommend using the dynamic one because it's really dependent on your ad account. In our experience, it's always the two ones that shows better results, but it could be different for your ad account. So I would test it with dynamic identity. And then once that's done, then everything just runs like a regular creative. So just put everything as you would put in a regular ad. Now we're going to do it for the content level, which means that it is the creator first who has to approve the creative, and then they're going to give the code to the brand. So here's how you do it. Once you create the ad slot, you want to toggle the partnership ad again. And then on the option here, you have enter ad code or post info. So if you click this, you're going to be prompted to either have the post ID or the URL of the actual post itself. And so this is going to be given to you by the creator, or you can also pull it from their account if it's already posted. So this is an example of what it looks like if I pull the URL from my personal post here. So I just put it here, and then I have the option to have a collaboration with a different creator. So let me do that. Now, when you open this Facebook page identity here, you will only have the options that are available to you based on who are the people that you tagged in the actual post. So if the brand on the creators, and if they haven't tagged the brand that they're working with, then there's no way to run it as a partnership ad. And then you get to choose the option, the identities. You want to show both identities or the creator's identity only. And obviously you want to pick the dynamic one. Then you can just set it up as a regular ad. Just so you don't get confused when it comes to account level and the ad level. On the back end, the setup looks a little bit different, but on the front end, delivery of the actual creative itself is the same. So essentially what you're doing is that for the account level, you're prioritizing the future where you're going to have multiple ads that are going to be running with the creator, as opposed to just one post from the creator that you're sponsoring as an ad. Now, what I'm going to show you is the traditional whitelisting method, which we'll call page whitelisting. For this method to work, the creator themselves has to have a business portfolio set up. And so there's a lot of tutorials out there on how to set that up. So make sure your creator has that before connecting anything else, because otherwise nothing's going to work here. For this method, you want business level access to the creator. So what you're doing is you're kind of acting like almost like an agency where you're getting their business portfolio on Meta and then connecting it to yours. So you're going to be running the creatives, but on their page directly. So there's not going to be any visual that says they are partnered with a brand. It'll just automatically show as their own ads, as if it's, their own creatives. So you can request the creator's business account by going to your business portfolio and then going down to the pages section here on the dot. All the way to the right here where it says add, click the drop down and then request shared access to a Facebook page. And then you'll put the page name, or if you have the exact URL, you can just put it here. Once you've put in the URL, you have the option to choose the access. Really, the most important part here is the ads here. As a creator, you're going to get a request from Meta under their name, and then you're just going to have to approve it. Once you have access to their Facebook page, you just go to your ad and just set it up. Don't turn on the partnership ad over here, because that's then just going to turn it into the modern version. What you want to do is under the Facebook page here, you just change the account to whichever you want to run it on. So you will have the option to run it on their Facebook page and also an Instagram account if there's one that's connected to. For some reason, you cannot choose Instagram first or Threads first and then not choose Facebook. You have to run it first on a Facebook page before being able to run it on the other platforms. So Facebook page is the number one that you should have access to once you're good to go with whitelisting. Now let's talk about shadow pages in Facebook. So what this is we're going to be creating a Facebook page that's organic, and then we're going to be running an ad through it. So to give you an example, this is the organic page here. And if we scroll down through it, it looks like just, every other organic Facebook page out there. It doesn't have a lot of engagement, but that's because this is mainly for running ads through. So the company that owns this is Comfort Ortho Shoes here, Comfort Wear. So when they're running the creatives, they actually have it connected to this account, same thing as you would connect it to a creator account. And then it would just look like this creative here. So it is delivered under the Nurse Finds Facebook page, and it's still leading into the call to action to the landing page on the account. So if I click the call to action here, it goes into the actual landing page that they're testing. Set it up the same way as you would a creator page. Request access, you put your Facebook page here, and then once you have the ad account access, then you just run the creatives directly to that account on that Facebook page account. It's also good to set up your Instagram account for that shadow page, but it's not a necessity. All Facebook pages, all you need. Now, what happens if for some reason Meta just decides that it's not your day and you can't set it up? I have a guide here that goes through the manual setup for the creator and also for the brand. So this is the same as you would set up a partnership in the business portfolio. So this is going to be available in the Notion free template that we're going to be giving out. It has a creator briefing template over here. It also has the strategy reference table, when to use account level, partnership, content level, creator page, or shadow pages, and also the example of the contract clause that we use in Res. So you can also apply it for your brand, because the last thing you want is, both parties not being happy with the partnership. You want to make sure that all of that is taken care of before you even engage with each party. Now, let's talk contracts. Before I begin, just remember that this is a highly dependent on the creator and in the industry. Telehealth brands, health and wellness industry, which is, what we handle at Res mostly, is more expensive than the other industries. Whitelisting a creator's account usually is done on a monthly flat fee. And a pro tip here is that a great way to start a brand creator relationship is by proposing a 30-day free trial. This gives you as a brand a chance to see if your content will even perform on the creator's page or handle. And if the creators are good, you can move them to a month-to-month or a longer-term retainer. As a creator, it's good to provide a 30-day free trial and then move to a 3-month or a 6-month retainer thereafter. You want to provide an incentive for the brand to maintain a relationship with you. So anywhere where you can bundle these things and have them test it first, the better both ways. A suggestion in this case is bundling a UGC plus partnership. Just make sure to protect yourself on the contracts. The technical setup is actually the easy part. Finding the right talent that directly speaks to your ICP, that is the hardest part. If you chose the wrong person, you just wasted 3 weeks and $1,000 in ad spend and in contracts. At Raz, this is what we solved. We maintain a roster of over 1,000 vetted creators that we know can perform. We have already invested thousands of dollars and hours into building this network, so our clients do not have to. Link in the description where you can get in touch.